Okay, so if you are watching my video, more than likely you are coming up with the same error message that I am. My Creator 5 did a beautiful 30-hour print on my King Boo here, and there was some support issues, so I decided I wanted to try and reprint him with more supports. So I went to send the file back to my printer to start over, and I got this error message right here. The E0175 internal error on command. So my first move was to immediately run to YouTube and figure out what in the world this meant, because this guy is brand new, only has 55 hours on him. So there shouldn't be any reason why it's still not a giant workhorse. So trying to move it doesn't work. So I was like, okay, well, what if I try to load some filament? It says preparing. And then guess what? Internal error on command. I was like, okay, cool. What if I get this little homie to try and calibrate itself? Can it do that? Boop, internal error on command. So I tried sending, the file to the printer. Got the same error message. Slicing it, not a problem. So I go to my Facebook group. Nobody there knows how to help me. They're like, hey, factory reset it. I'm like, I've already done that. I went to ChatGPT. I was like, hey, let's figure this thing out. And the first suggestion was do a factory reset. So I did. Started all over. It ran through. It did the calibrations. It was moving around. It was doing its thing. I was like, awesome. We're back up and running. I send a file. Boom. Error message again. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a little frustrating. So then chat was like, hey, get a copy of your logs, which you can go to here. And it's in here somewhere. There you go. The last page of basic setting, copy logs. You put in a USB drive and it'll copy it to the USB drive. Because chat wanted to look through the logs, but it uploaded nothing to that USB drive. I don't know if it was because of the factory reset. I'm not sure. So chat kind of got to the point where he was like, hey, I don't know how to help you. And I was like, cool. So I got on YouTube, there was nothing there. I tried talking to ChatGPT, he couldn't help me, so I officially reached out to Flashforge. I'm like, what in the world is going on? I've only had this thing for 4 days. They also were like, hey, do a factory reset. I was like, cool, I tried doing that, and that didn't work. They want a copy of my logs, which I can't really give them anything. So we're gonna bumble through this together. And they said to turn this little guy off. They sent me a file to put on there to make sure that the firmware is up to date. They said to turn it off, plug that in, and then turn it back on. And it should update the firmware. So hopefully this fixes it. They do want a copy of the file sliced and unsliced, I guess, to run through the G code. But the confusing part is it had already printed it. It had already printed it successfully. I just needed to add more supports. So I did add a couple of more supports, but I don't understand why that would crash or corrupt a file. And then obviously, I made printing whoopsie by running out of filament halfway through his print and then adding another roll from a completely different brand. So he's got a little gray line halfway through him. But other than that, 5 colors, which I've never done before, turned out fantastic. So it looks like this is going to take us a little minute. We're going to come back once we've got something a little different than just Flashforge. Okay, we just finished the update, I guess. please unplug the USB and restart the printer. So let's unplug this bad boy and let's restart it. Okay, so we have officially restarted it. It did its old blue, 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 blue. It let us know it was awake. So I guess the first test, instead of trying to send something to it, is seeing if it'll move around. Oh, that fixed it. Yay! Okay, well, there you go. So if you ever get that error message, I will post the link down in the description. You literally take it, do not unzip it, just take it directly from your downloads folder onto a USB drive. Make sure that USB drive is formatted as FAT32. Try to make sure it's not like super big. I have 16 gigs on this. Anything more than like 32, it can maybe bog down the machine. Anywhere between 8 and 16 gig is perfect. That worked. I downloaded it, put it onto the USB drive, and now she's back to working. So hopefully this saves you a lot of trouble. I hope this helps you. I did not have the help. I had to go through chat, I had to go through Facebook, then I had to actually like reach out to Flashforge. Luckily they were quick to respond. I do hear a lot of crap about people not being able to have good customer service. They did reach out pretty quick. Hopefully this helps.